Hi, this is Jimmy Caps Tape the Broadcast, the 5150 interview series in Bulldozer Magazine here in a lovely Saturday night, Hollywood, the Fonda Theater, with the one and only, the iconic and legendary Captain Sensible of The Damned. How are you?
Hello, Bulldozer people. Yeah, Captain Sensible. Yeah, what a great stage name that turned out to be.
This is very interesting for me. Almost 40 years of The Damned. The music has lived on and has become so relevant. Why do you think that is?
Well, to be quite honest, the songs play themselves. They're so wonderful, you know, and there's nothing we can do to ruin them, no matter what we try.
When The Damned first started off, one of the things that was very interesting at that time in England was the fact of the middle class and what you were dealing with, the economic structure, the whole day-to-day living. Do you think that was the appeal as to why the Damned's music is so relevant now? Because we're literally living in that stage now.
Well, to be quite honest, most of the people involved with starting the punk scene in London were just trying to make music they wanted to listen to themselves, because there was a lot of really appalling kind of ghastly, insipid pop music, like there is now actually, and there was a lot of country rock, and everything was really laid back, and everyone was wearing cheesecloth shirts, and there was nothing really. There was no kick-ass music to be had, so we had to do it for ourselves. And to be quite honest, I can't speak for the others, but I really didn't think that we were going to be successful doing it. It was just really to please our own ears. So as far as any broader kind of thing, I don't know. I can't really say, because that was my punk rock. It was just like sort of, you know, a DIY thing.
What influences did you have at that time? What influenced The Damned at that time?
Well, I know Brian was very into the Stooges and the New York Dolls. I was listening to Jimi Hendrix and the Pink Fairies. They were a really wild band who used to play off the back of a truck outside music festivals in Britain. They're always totally off their faces. Who else? Just stuff like that, really. Off-the-wall stuff with a bit of energy. Really, a bit like us.
One of the things that's really interesting for me, Captain, is the fact that all these decades, The Damned has influenced so many mainstream artists. You have not only created genres and influenced so many artists, but why is it that you are not getting the historical credibility that I feel you deserve?
Do you think we're not? I don't know.
I really do feel, because when I think of artists like Marilyn Manson, when I think of artists or genres of music, they should be crediting The Damned. You were the first that started that. What is your opinion on that?
No opinion at all, really. I'm quite happy with my lot. It's quite nice playing a guitar, twanging a guitar for a living, you know, and it's been a privilege, really. And I mean, I speak as an ex-toilet cleaner, so I know what shit jobs are like.
Do you enjoy that here in 2015, your music is being embraced and being absorbed by this new generation, as well as the multi-generations before?
Yeah, and I really, I think that's partly to do with the fact that there's a lot of really plastic, phony music around.
Absolutely.
I mean, there is good stuff, but unfortunately, it's not getting promoted by record labels and TV. You get all the choreographed nonsense there, to be quite honest. So, I mean, real music is not getting a chance to come through because record labels have had it so easy for so long. You know, they work with artists who don't write their own songs, who are kind of just puppets, do what they're told. I mean, you have to wonder where the next Jimi Hendrix or John Lennon or The Damned is going to come from, because they ain't going to come out of Simon Cowell's, the likes of his TV programs. So I really think that, you know, young people are looking for real music and unchoreographed stuff, you know, like us, and finding us, and it's really nice.
It must be rewarding, though, for not only to have such a longevity career, to be still as relevant and credible, but to still be fueling that fire of rock and roll rawness, especially live, the live stage. There are so many artists that are coming back. The Damned has always been relevant. The live show has never lost it. How do you do that?
Yeah, the live thing is really our bag, and it's never the same twice.
It's genuine on stage.
It's and we don't say the same things on the microphone. Hi, it's great to be here. We really love you people, or any of that nonsense. You know, we quite often involve the audience in. We have a joke with them. Sometimes. I look to them to entertain me as much as the other way around, really.
An honest interaction.
Yeah, and some of them dress up, and some of them are quite cheeky and call me names, and I can live with that.
Let's talk about the film that just came out. This is interesting for me. I love the title, by the way. The Damned, Don't You Wish That We Were Dead? What an excellent piece to leave future generations. Do you feel, when you watch that film, that it captured the whole essence of The Damned?
I'm not sure that it did,
It's hard
because
to do that, right?
yeah, I wanted the audience to see another side of the band. I wanted them to see the real us, because we're kind of not really rock stars. Well, we're not rock stars. We're just a bunch of kind of eccentrics who happen to play music together, and everyone in the band is so different, and they're really interesting and fun people. So I wanted that to come over, to give people an insight. If they think we're one thing, I'm quite sure they'd be quite surprised to see that we're actually not. We're kind of really geeky and kind of, I mean, Dave's got a penny farthing bicycle and he smokes a pipe. Not many people know that.
They don't now. Are you happy with the responses that you've been receiving from that film?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
It's very rewarding, correct?
Yeah, it's weird seeing yourself on the screen, but I know the fans like it, so that's the important thing, really.
Do you enjoy that fans and also people that have, believe it or not, people that do not know who the Damned are enjoying this film?
Are they? Oh,
yeah.
Amazing. Well, I'd rather they were watching our film than something about Phil Collins or Rick Wakeman. That's for sure.
Captain Sensible has been doing what most artists nowadays have no idea is not only interacting with the audience and really bringing to life what music and real rock and roll, punk rock, what have you, but this is the most important thing, bringing an interaction with the audience that is sincere and honest. The Damned is the Damned. They are real. And this is what I'd like to thank you for, is for fueling the fire of rock and roll. Till this day, you are still kicking ass. Any final words?
Yeah, thank you very much. Do I get a free bulldozer for the interview? I quite like the idea of driving back. Hello, everybody, I'm back, and like sort of wrecking a few vehicles and stuff. Driving down to the local pub and like sort of ploughing into the wall and going, "Hello, where's me beer? Come on, you swines."
You're gonna be on tour, and then what do you have planned? Any new music?
Yeah, it's our 40th anniversary next year, so we're gonna do some recording for that, and maybe produce something that it's got a few surprises, because none of our albums sound the same as any of the others.
No, exactly.
We try to always be fresh and challenge ourselves, really. Go on. It's been a musical adventure, really.
Does your legacy at all intimidate you when you're writing new music?
It's a good question, that, because we've done some really extravagant stuff. We did an 18-minute long piece called Curtain Call, and then we've done some really fiery kind of sub 2-minute pieces that people seem to like. So it's really I like to always do something different, And on the last album, which is called So Who's Paranoid, we had a track about Pink Floyd's first singer called Syd Barrett. And it was a 2.5 minute song, an ode to one of my favourite singers. And then it goes completely berserk for 10 minutes. It's a wild, improvised jam freak out instrumental, and it really is a great wild piece. Of course, we're in the studio thinking, well, we'll edit this down, but we just couldn't. It was the whole thing stands up as it is, you know. So that's called Dark Asteroid. That song.
Nice.
Look it up on YouTube. Yeah, and listen to it with headphones on. It's really wild.
Captain Sensible, I want to thank you for 40 years of not only bringing great raw rock and roll, but just keeping it the Damned.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Bulldozer, and thanks very much for the beer as well.
Thank you.